Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. It's been a rough week. It really has been. Um, just got back from driving to the hospital. Not my wife, but my father-in-law. He's got a large mass in his colon, and one doctor thinks it's malignant cancer or malignant tumor. So he's gonna go in for a colonoscopy tomorrow. So we were up there and picked up some items from his um, apartment condo thing, and yeah, it's rough. I lost my dad like 5 years ago, and my wife lost her mom within 6 weeks 5 years ago, and that's just hard. And when we were in the parking lot there, um, I'm just doing this to distract myself here. So we were in the parking lot there. My wife saw a Jeep Wrangler Sahara with the green and the like a tannish hard top, and she started crying as that was the mother her car. Her mother always drove for years was this Jeep Wrangler Sahara in the exact same color scheme. So that wasn't good for her mentally. So yeah, it's been a rough week. Work's been really busy and frustrating, and I don't know. It's just been hard, really hard. So I'm just here relaxing a little bit, trying to get my mind off of things a little bit, building up a controller here. I was expecting to get more controllers done this week, but just it's been a heck of a week. Um, yeah, and with my day job, I just don't know. I just don't know if I want to keep going at this pace for and not get too deep into it. It just there's like really no raises at all. So it's like I've been there 2 years, and gotten one 3% raise. Whoop de doo with this amount of inflation. So that's not very good. And you can only say no to recruiters calling you because I've got 25 years, 26 years of experience in engineering, and it's like you can only say no, so no thank you so many times until you get one that comes along that goes, that sounds really intriguing. So, yeah, let's leave it at that. Maybe I'll turn this. This is a new toy I have. Oh, my head's in the way. Put myself in the center today. So this thing over here, that is a solder pot. What do you do with a solder pot? You turn it on first. And what it is you have a pound of molten tin lead solder. What you do with it is it allows you to tin, once it melts, I'll show you, allows you to tin these multi-conductor cables to make them easier to work with. I gotta put a little bit of solder on these. I just got a box of 10 more boxes down there, which is cool. So I can start cutting some more plastics. Try not to burn my soldering iron cable, because I like this soldering iron. Yeehaw! YIHAE. YIHUA. That's strange. 939D, which I like. No, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but it's a very good soldering iron because it has digital. I like it because it's digital temperature control. This little guy here, he's a pretty primitive. Yeah. What's it? Some sour hot air rework station. I've got the Yeehaw soldering iron and then the solder pot. I don't know what heck brand this is. Something off Amazon. But once it warms up, I'll show you how it works. But for now, I'm going to finish doing some wiring here that does not require the solder pot. This is just discrete stuff here. Oh, I just feel so freaking spent, man. It's ridiculous. And the problem with my day job, there's just too many number one super hot projects to work on. It's like, well, you can't have 5 number one projects. It just doesn't work like that. You're gonna have to do some triage and to really figure out what do you really need now. I gotta be honest, I really don't like this uh, automotive. Just I don't know, just doesn't do it for me. It's too. It's a weird industry. So really makes me think, do I really want to keep doing this? I don't know. Gotta make some choices soon. I'm 50 years old, and it's like, do I really want to be doing this for the next like 15 to 17 years, or do I want to do something different? So I don't know. I'm keeping my options open. Let's just say that. I'd enjoy trying some other challenge, I think. So, well, good news is my wife got her last surgical drain out today. So she doesn't have any tubes sticking off her side right now, which is good. Just doing this for spacing. This goes here, that goes there. So wire goes through. I just hate when you start not wanting to drive in the morning. It's just this is like a sign for me that I don't know. Just keep your options open and see what's out there. I'll have more information on that probably later next week, but nothing definitive and nothing I want to put on YouTube yet. Because who knows what eyes are looking out. You still have 3% raise in 2 years. Come on. Figure I'm making, technically speaking, $5,000 a year less than I was making before. So even though my salary has gone up, inflation has way outpaced it. So kind of pissing me off. And I'm asking around other people where I work, and it's like, yeah, no one gets raises unless your raises stink. It's like, well, that's ridiculous. Why would you run a company like that? You're just going to end up with people leaving, and quite a few people have left recently. So I wouldn't be the first or the last, I'm sure. All right, Mr. Solderpot. Anytime. Where's my dross? Says get the dross off the top. I'll show you that when it's melted. What are we at here? It's getting there. It's weird. It's like solid, 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 and just like a quick phase transition, and then melts. You get your melty. Another complaint I have is I've just been doing the same project every single effing day for like 4 or 5. So, May, 5, 6, half a year now almost. Same project every day. And it's just like, variety is the spice of life, people. Since I'm here, I'll just warm these up. These are both pretty long. Sorry to bitch and moan I am on video, but you know what? I can do what I want. And just trying not to think too much about my father-in-law. The big problem is he's 86. Yeah, 86. And so you gotta. I mean, he is in good health otherwise, but he's just been having pain down by his lower right quadrant. And we're like, maybe you should get that checked out because, I mean, who knows, appendicitis or what. But for some reason, the doctor, I don't know what they called, ER doctor, I don't know if they're internist or whatever, I can't remember they're called, resident, who knows. So many words for doctors. She said, looks like malignant cancer. It's like a malignant tumor, I should say. Like, well, I don't know if that was really fair to anyone to say that, because you don't know. The CT scan showed a large mass there. Like, is it that or is it poop? But I don't know. If the pain's been going on a while, I mean, she's probably right, but unless you really know, you probably shouldn't scare the crap out of your patients. Because it's scary. I know with my wife, it's like, I never knew medicine can move so fast. All I'm doing right now is just wiring up the major components on the joystick until the slow moving solder pop. See, you got a little bubble forming up there. Like I said, it's got like a phase transition that happens. So this will turn to liquid in a minute or two, and then we can, or I can start to dip in some of these wires in. Yeah, so that's why I look so tired. I feel tired. So much to take in, think about, plan. And just not too talkative tonight, just trying to work with my hands here. Get my mind off of things. Kind of get a little zen going on here. I did get a cool watch in the mail. I got some China, but titanium. I've never had a titanium watch. It's got a Seiko movement in there, which is good. I like Seiko movements. If you like mechanical watches, this is an obvious. Kind of has the dial of a Marine Master, but I got one without any name on it. I like sterile dials myself. No logos. I have a couple watches that have like no words on the front, which I like. I don't need to advertise. You just get to enjoy the beauty of the watch. Neat little instruments. Springs and spring and gears and the escapement. It's always cool. This one has a solid back, so you can't see it. A good watch so far. I might do a video on that. I did one other watch video so far, and got pretty good amount of people watching it, so I might continue on that if I ever get time. Maybe if I ever get past a batch of orders, I will. I think I got 13 orders right now. Emailed everyone I could. I think I did good on the list. I went through and emailed everyone. Let them know the status. So if people don't want to watch the videos, they all know what's going on. But everyone's been really supportive. It's like, take your time. Just thankful I made the product. I can't believe no one else has done it. Oh, the key was the 3D printed parts. So it really made it possible. The advent of affordable 3D printing. Now we have a Anycubic Cobra 2 Max, which is a big boy. Kind of overkill, but why not? Do some big builds, but do very small builds, but who cares? Just as well in little stuff. Oh, there it goes. I'll skim off the dross off the surface in a minute, and then I'll do a quick dip. You can see how it works. I think I got 60. What did I get? 64, 36, or 60 is something like just over 60% tin, a little less than 40% lead. Let's see if I can do this or not. Oh, still hard there. Almost there. They should be able to dip all the way through it. Almost there. Well, that's good. Good timing. So I can finish off that last part there. Let's see if this works. Oh, I got to plug it in first. Yay. That's good. Oh, it's a good sign. This guy here. Turn you all down. There we go. Kind of try to pre-do it to pretty close to it needs to be. All right. technically mount those up. I probably should and get that over with. So that is another step in the process. The heck is my cow fixture? Oh, where did I leave you, little guy? Don't really need it. This just makes it a little easier. Oh, my poor brain is mush. Oh, it's red. Where did we go? Oh, whatever. Got this really good high bond adhesive. Sticks actually really well to this PLA. Get a good bond on there. I'll show you what I'm actually looking for on this screen. Come on, camera. Be a good boy. There we go. It's like a Logitech camera. It's a good camera. So the second number, get my finger over here so I can do it. That 9-7 there, that's your X and that's your Y. Those are hex values. I'll turn this until I see around 6D-ish, the 7-0. Pretty close. 6D, I can adjust in a minute. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the X axis. And then I can screw them down. Then I'll get the final, use a wrench to do the final set. And then I put a little thread lock in there so it doesn't wander off. So if I get it pretty close when I stick it on, it takes very little adjustment then to get it all the way there. A little tight. Okay, get on there. And this all kind of like links up together. Oh, what happened? Turn it. No, yeah, I did. We're back to where she needs to be. There we go. Yeah, pretty close. Close enough. As long as you're then about less than 10 counts, you can easily get it curled up. The hardest part, getting this little nut on. Tighten this down. Go through and tighten this up. All right. It's a little off, not too far off. No, it's pretty good actually. Yeah, a little slipping a little bit, so I gotta press it on there. Talking to myself here. So what I do is I give a little bit of a twist. Wrong way. A little bit of a twist there. It's pretty good. And I'm going to kind of lock it against the go between the jam nut and the housing here. Just give it a good press. So I got positive pressure there. And I can take, loosen this way, loosen this nut up a little bit. Oh, turn the whole thing the wrong way. And unscrew this a little bit. Come on, there we go. And I can just, got little slots on this bracket here so I can adjust. Too far. This is the hardest part right here. The final cow. So I like to make sure these are nice and centered. Come on. More. 6F isn't bad. 0. Yeah, it's a little. Now that snap, I wanted to get a little closer to. See, that should get all the way up to E4. It does. It's not bad though. Yeah, I think that's okay actually. I don't think I want to mess with that one more. And, screw this guy down. Move me out of the way a second. This is a little thing that push the, it's called dross, which is this little tiny skin of oxides and stuff you can just push out of the way. So you have a nice shiny surface there. Some molten lead there. All right. Oh, tin and lead. It's not just lead. See? It happens every now and then. Come on. There you go. Y isn't that far off, which is good. It's a little off, and you can see how it's drifting a little bit. That means I need to lock it down more. All right. Oh, that's crooked. That's why it's not working right. A little off there at 5-1. So I can actually back that off a little bit. Turn it and set it again. Let's see where we're at. It's too far. Yeah, 60 isn't bad though. again, kind of go against the jam nut there and just tweaking it just a little bit to lock it in place. And then go back in and again, go back in, move some stuff around so you can see it. You don't need to see my face right now. So again, we're back on this jam nut again. Oh, that's loose, that's why. Okay. I need other way. This one's being a little finicky. Come on. A little more. A little more. There we go. Tighten it down a little more. Come on. Keeps on wanting to go too low. Likes that 5D. Alright. Let's see if he snaps back okay. Pretty good. That's good. That's real good. 4. Zeroes out nice. Yeah. I'm not super duper happy with the X. Let me see. It's a little tweak on the X. A little higher. There it is. Right. Come on. Too far. Come back. Let's see. 0. That's pretty good now. And then, all right, so that's that for now. Finally, we have, this is the, oh, let me close this down a bit. Get you out of the way. And these wires, what you do, it's pretty cool. You just strip them. Then you dip them in a little rosin paste. Trusty Radio Shack. I bought some new rosin. It's not like it as much as this old one. So I'll stick with the old one for now. And just come over and just dip it for just a couple seconds. Okay. And you end up with nice little tinned wires. And it lets you easily put them into these really tight spaced little board I lost. Oh, come on. My mind is not with it today. Fine, let's grab another one. Some pin boards here. Okay, so look at the diagram. It is brown, red, orange, which is fine. Brown, red, orange. Sometimes you gotta trim it just a little bit. And that's why you do it, so you can actually easily feed it in the little 50,000 spaced holes there. Even though I dropped it, it still stayed in the holes. It's a tight fit. My eyes cannot do this tonight. How's this look under the video? Well, not as bad as I thought. Okay. Doing this under some significant magnification, so I don't go blind. And I bridged one. Did I? Yeah, I did. Come on, you can do it. There we go. No bridges. And then I need to go. What colors next? Can't remember if I split these up. Gray. I do. That's the weird thing. Yeah. Blue, green, violet's okay. Yeah. This has to be rotated on 180 degrees. Gray. Was by myself. Like so. Oh man, I can't see tonight. Gray goes in here. Looking at the scope through my bifocals. That's nice. Get extra big. Come on. Trying to thread a 50,000 space hole. This is like not very probable with my state of mind right now. Good. And then I will goes the other way around. Green, blue, violet. Good. Green, blue, violet. Trim that. Come on, microscope. Come on, camera. Nice. You know, they will locked focus one of these days. Need that yellow wire. Green, blue, Like my only real complaint about this microscope is the depth of field is really shallow. But what can you do? Oh, because it's a pretty decently wide aperture. Come on. Almost there. Come on, do it. There we go. Soldering. Oh, I must be making good contact with something. See the 5200 freaking out slightly. Yeah, I know. You're fine. And then I need to put some 100,000 header pins. Now, which direction do we need to go? So, yeah, it's 50-50. Let's see what happens. Alright, I pulled 50,000. 100,000 pins. There. We need 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And these little boards are nice because they have 100,000 spacing on there, so I can just see coming this way. Yeah, I want to come out that way. These should be plated through holes. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. What do we have? 8. Because I have 1 too many. That's why. Oh man, I never drive on Friday nights. A lot of crazies out. Sheesh. Damn kids these days. With their fast cars and loose women. No, that was my generation. I don't know what the kids do now. Soldering this. Give it a whirl. Yeah, that looks under the microscope. Oh, a couple crummy looking joints. Let me fix those. I'm really a stickler for good solder joints. Good. Cool off a second. It's one or the other. the other way. You know, this happened to me last time. I don't know if these are truly plated through holes. It's starting to tick me off a little bit. Going on the other side, it actually works. Alright, well, I gotta fix this. I'm curious. Curious there. Where's my meter? Oh, wait, no, you're not right. You know what? I'm tired. I'll fix this tomorrow and ship it out. So it's just has a few more. Fix this, get this done, figure out why this isn't working the way I expect it to. This is the second time this happened to me, so I'm trying to figure out why. Maybe it's not truly plated. Oh, look, I found the other one. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching, and stay safe and cancer free, and bye-bye.